It's one of the oldest heavy hitters in crypto. It went toe-to-toe with the SEC for years and actually came out on top. So why are people still calling Ripple's XRP a token of hope? It's got the tech, the big name partners, and now a regulatory green light in the US. The million-dollar question is, can it finally go from just surviving to actually thriving? In the next few minutes, we're breaking down if XRP is about to have its moment, or if it's destined to be the champ that never got the belt. All right, let's cut to the chase. XRP was built for one core mission: to be a high-speed bridge for money moving around the globe. Think about sending cash from New York to Tokyo. The old way, using a system like SWIFT, is a clunky, expensive mess of correspondent banks. Ripple's on-demand liquidity, or ODL, uses XRP to settle that same transfer in 3 to 5 seconds for pennies. The numbers look slick. The network is handling hundreds of millions, sometimes billions, in daily volume. But here's the kicker. A huge slice of that is just speculative trading. The real test, where the rubber meets the road, is getting major banks and financial players to actually use it at scale. And that chapter is still being written. From day one, 100 billion XRP were minted, full stop. To keep from flooding the market, Ripple locked about half of the supply in escrow, with 1 billion tokens unlocked monthly. This creates a predictable supply. However, the elephant in the room is that Ripple and its founders are holding a massive bag. They've historically sold off huge chunks to fund operations, which puts downward pressure on the price. While they've pumped the brakes on sales recently, the risk is still there. It's a classic double-edged sword, a transparent schedule, but with a huge concentration of supply sitting on the sidelines. The XRP ledger is practically a dinosaur by crypto standards, launching way back in 2012. But old doesn't mean obsolete. This thing is a workhorse, incredibly fast, dirt cheap, and reliable, processing over 1.5 million transactions a day. For years, its biggest knock was that it was a one-trick pony, just payments. No smart contracts, no DeFi, no NFTs. But that story is changing, fast. In the last year alone, the XRPL rolled out a native DEX with an AMM, added NFT support, and a massive upgrade is slated for 2025, an EVM-compatible sidechain. This is a game changer. It means developers can finally bring battle-tested Ethereum dApps over to the XRP ecosystem. Ripple is finally evolving from a niche payment tool into a full-blown financial platform. So, is anyone actually using this new gear? The answer is, it's starting to get traction. The number of XRP accounts just cleared 7 million, and we're seeing the first real use cases emerge, like Ripple's own dollar-backed stablecoin, RLUSD, and partnerships to tokenize real-world assets. But let's be real, its ecosystem is a small town next to the sprawling metropolis of Ethereum. And as we detailed in our recent Ethereum video, that entire metropolis is making a multi-billion-dollar bet on its next upgrade. Check it out on our channel to see if it'll pay off. Ripple's true ace in the hole isn't DeFi. It's the institutional relationships it has spent a decade building. We're talking heavy hitters like Santander, SBI, and American Express. That's its moat. While competitors like Stellar are nipping at their heels and stablecoins are a constant threat, nobody has the institutional Rolodex that Ripple does. Now, for the event that changed the game overnight. For years, Ripple was stuck in purgatory, battling a lawsuit from the SEC that claimed XRP was an unregistered security. This crippled the project in the US and cast a massive shadow of uncertainty. Then, in July 2023, the ruling came down. A US judge declared that XRP, when sold on public exchanges, is not a security. This was a colossal victory. The regulatory storm clouds finally parted. US exchanges relisted it, and just this past July, ProShares launched the first XRP ETF, pulling in over $1 billion in its first month. Ripple went from regulatory punching bag to having one of the clearest legal standings in American crypto. You can't overstate how massive this is. So after dodging that regulatory bullet, is it all smooth sailing? Not exactly. The biggest risk just shifted from the courtroom to the boardroom. It's all about adoption now. Will major banks actually put their skin in the game and use XRP for a real slice of their trillions in cross-border payments? Or will they stick with the alternatives? Analysts are looking at 3 potential futures. The bull case, ODL becomes a go-to standard, and the XRPL ecosystem takes off. The bear case, adoption flatlines, and XRP remains a speculator's playground. And the most likely base case, Ripple keeps grinding it out, winning small victories, but never landing the knockout blow against Swift. The outcome rests squarely on execution. So, what's the bottom line? In 2025, Ripple is at a fascinating crossroads. It's a battle-tested survivor with solid tech, a killer contact list, and a regulatory hall pass in the US. The conversation has shifted from is it legal to the only question that matters: can it deliver the goods? The next 3 to 5 years are put up or shut up time. We need to see those ODL volumes climb, watch for real growth on the new EVM sidechain, and see if any more big league banks get on board. XRP has earned its seat at the table, but now it has to prove it can eat with the grown-ups. The potential for a massive breakout is there, but so is the risk of it fizzling out. What do you think? Is this legal victory the catalyst that finally sends XRP to the moon? Or is the adoption mountain too steep to climb? Drop your take in the comments below. And if you got value from this breakdown, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives. Be sure to check out our other altcoin reviews right here on the channel. Thanks for watching.